The Okaloosa Sheriff Department in Florida, they got a lot of shit going on with them, don't they? In August of 2019, Miss Griffin here, she filed a federal lawsuit against the Okaloosa Sheriff Department. She said they use a battering ram to enter her home serving a search warrant. See that red object that the police is holding? That's a battering ram. She said that she was asleep and naked when she was ordered at gunpoint to walk outside in front of the officers. She was still nude in front of officers and the public. But don't worry, nothing happened to her. Matter of fact, she never went to jail or charged. 6 months ago, an Okaloosa Sheriff Deputy, he responded to an acorn falling from the tree and hitting his patrol car. He responded by firing multiple rounds. A handcuffed man who looked like me, he was in the back seat. After he yelled, "Shots fired, I'm hit," his supervisor also fired at the vehicle. But no worries, the handcuffed man who looked like me, he survived.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I will give a shout out to Political Sis on TikTok for this video. Now, okay, Okaloosa County. Now, in 2019, just like she said, they had a battering ram forcing a black woman naked out of her home, right? And then, if I'm not mistaken, I believe a year later, they got a handcuffed black man. Oh, it was an acorn hit their car, and then deputies opened fire, and luckily the brother was still alive. Now let me get this straight. Isn't it the same Okaloosa County that that unalive Robert Forson Jr.? You know, the Air Force veteran that was in his home, that, you know, basically that they unalive him. Cause he said he had a gun, but the gun wasn't even a threat to the deputy, because the gun was on the ground, pointed towards the ground when the deputy unalive him. See, Okaloosa County need to be investigated, because so much incidents that happen in that county, right? And if you don't know what Okaloosa County, Florida is, that's in Lakeland. Lakeland, Florida is a suburban part of Tampa, right? So you have so much incidents in the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Department. It's ridiculous. First, again, like I'm gonna repeat myself, in the 2019, where they forced a naked black woman out of her home with a battering ram, and then they had a handcuffed black man. I mean, an acorn hit their patrol car, and then they was opening fire. And now, you know, about a year ago, what happened with Robert Forson Jr., an Air Force veteran, who was basically with a domestic violence call, which really not a domestic violence call at all, talking to his girlfriend on FaceTime, when, of course, when the deputy knocked on the door, and when Robert Forson checked the door, nobody was there. So he had a gun, which is really registered, by the way, which he was registered to have one. And then all of a sudden, that deputy, he didn't even say, "Put the gun down, police." He was shooting at Robert Forson Jr. unalive. That's why the sheriff need to be stepped down. The sheriff of Okaloosa County need to step down, because there's so much incidents that happen in that town or in that county. It's ridiculous, right? They need to be stepping down. And Lakeland, the citizens of Lakeland need to say something. They need to call them out and say they need to force that sheriff to resign, because so much incidents that happen in the last few years, and it's not including the Robert Forson situation. incidents that happened in that county, and people have been silent about it. It's time for now the citizens of Oskaloosa County to come out and force this man to resign. Just like what happened in Illinois when they when they when they basically forced Sheriff um, Jack Campbell, you know, the force to resign with the Sonya Massey case. Then you just do the same thing in this case. So y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments.